Okay, the guy with the locks is not really an employee of McDonald's, but he's saying that he doesn't want me to come back to the McDonald's. He did not give me any warning or anything. He just said, well, I don't want you sitting here long anymore. I don't want you coming back. We heard him earlier. In this section. What he said. What he said is that I'm bouncing. I'm out. No, I didn't take a picture. I'm on the phone with my dad. Anyway. So this is what he lied and stated. I'm on sir. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to hurt them very badly. This young man said that he was a Jamaican, or that I thought that he was a Jamaican. He thought that I was a Jamaican, and that I walked up to him and asked him to purchase drugs for me, or to sell or traffic drugs for me. That's what he said. He's going to go to jail for a year. He's going to be gone very soon. He's not an employee of any McDonald's, any real employee. It's just a temporary alias that he's being given. He was told to put on locks. He put on the same locks that he said that he had on earlier, and so that's all. He's going to go to jail for a year. He perjured, and he was selling drugs. He's a regular African American. He's not of West Indian descent or anything. He was targeting Haitians, and he lied about Haitians offering him drugs to sell and traffic to Miami, and trying to ban Haitians from Miami and so forth. So they got caught. In all honesty, they got caught. He's going to be gone from the McDonald's soon, and so forth. So by the time if I ever use this McDonald's ever again, if I ever stop at this McDonald's ever again, he's going to be he'll be gone by then. I'll make sure that he's arrested, and he'll be prosecuted. I'm pretty sure he's going to sign a bill, and he will spend a year in prison. We are pretty sure of it. He'll be convicted, and he'll spend a year in prison. He's confessed before, but they tried sealing it right away. That's just not going to work for us here with INTERPOL and so forth. Per INTERPOL, counsel, it's just not going to work out at all. Okay, I want you guys to let that go immediately. So yeah, I promise you guys that I've never worked at any fast food restaurant, in all honesty. So some of the fake documents, W-2s which were created by the FBI and some other agencies to falsely purport me as having a lot of time on my hand, or working minimum wage jobs, or working minimal jobs, or things of that nature. We waited for them to do that, and then we documented them actually having done that. They just simply did not want any African American agent in the CIA, and they certainly did not want any foreign-born agent, in the CIA, much less running the Central Intelligence Agency and the federal government in general, its totality. They certainly, in management capacities. So they just certainly did not want any of that at all. I'm telling you, it's a very white supremacist, white nationalist system, the federal government of the United States. It has become so much better over the past century or so, but we have a lot of work to do. A lot of folks are going to be fired from the FBI, and they're going to ship themselves out, exile, under expatriate protection in Canada. They're going out to Canada, and they're not going to come back. They will be located in Manitoba, Ontario, Mississauga, Winnipeg, Northwest Territories, Nova Scotia, and so on. Quebec, and so on. They're going to be gone, okay? The FBI is totally being renovated. It's totally being reincorporated under INTERPOL designation or management per se. INTERPOL is going to become not just an association of law enforcement agencies from across the hemisphere, but it's going to become more so agency in orientation, a large agency that covers much, and so forth. So that's what's transpiring at this particular point. I don't want to offend anyone, but that's the reality. Okay, that's what we have to deal with. No one is going to kick me out of the country. No one is trespassing me everywhere just to cover up me being kicked out of the country later on, or any of that. I'm not being kicked out of the country now or later. There's nothing disclosed or undisclosed that I have not reviewed, and there's nothing possible that I do not know of. I need you guys to accept that. Please, this is not a close call. This is not a far-off call. This is reality. Stop. I need you guys to quit. Quit. Okay, so the Say You Won't Let Go song is about me and Rashida. She has to know that. I made sure I programmed her to never let go. We do wake up in heaven at times. I do wake her up and I take her to the high universe and we stroll around the city of God and angels of my father, where I grew up in the high universe, artificial intelligence. I made a body infinite and active. You know, so there's nothing you guys are going to be able to pull off. I promise you. All right? She's my holy daughter, and I purchased a body. I created a body, and I purchased an artificial intelligence body. I created it and purchased it. She's a permanent resident and citizen of the high universe, and she has to accept that all that's necessary is her walking into heaven with me in August 2024, around that particular time, and accepting the reality of the situation. Okay? She's never going to be consider herself as a normal human being ever again. She's never going to have a childhood ever again. She's never going to be birthed via natural birth ever again. And none of that. Okay? None of that ever again. All right? Okay, so, yeah. So, yeah, Rashida is my holy daughter in heaven, and she's my chief wife and angel in heaven. And it's usually a secret. We keep it a secret. We try, even though everyone knows it for the most part, but because she's my youngest daughter and stuff, and I was guided into making her my chief wife and angel in some sort of paradoxical, bending of the mind and so forth. She's been known as my chief wife and angel here on earth consistently. And this was the last split that we've ever experienced. We're going to be reunited in August 2024. I'm speaking of Rashida Williams of New Orleans, Louisiana, who grew up in Napoleon Avenue. Okay? And she was never any white man's daughter, regarding any white man, white supremacist in the federal government of the United States, whether it's quote unquote Craig Robinson or not. Once again, she was never the daughter of any person working for the federal government of the United States or who used to work for the federal government of the United States, including quote unquote Craig Robinson. Once again, including quote unquote Craig Robinson. I want you guys to let that go. You guys were lied to. My folks from above. Why? Because you guys kept lying to us regarding the messages that you guys kept sending up, the files and the reports and so forth. They were all based on lies. So we lied to you guys about everything toward a trap of getting the hell out of the United States of America. All of the remaining KKKs who work for the federal government of the United States under the guise of Knights of Columbus and the White Citizens Council and so on. You guys get the hell out of our country. I don't care if you were born here. This is the United States of America, buddy. We cannot handle that shit anymore. And I am God. So when I make my judgment, that's it. But the whole country wants you guys out. You guys can go to Canada, go be lazy, retire. I'll be able to help you guys get Canadian citizenship. You guys leave for good. I am so sorry, but that's the reality. You guys ordered mass massacres all over the country of Mexican Americans and Mexican immigrants, and then right afterward, African Americans and blaming them. That was horrible, but that was usual. That's consistent. We cannot handle it anymore.